Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve back at ARW here. Just wanted to take a minute and go over some of the stuff we're doing at the shop. We haven't put out a video in a long time. We've just been crazy here, been busy, and then I found out that I have two hernias. I found out I had two hernias, and then I found out today, talking to the surgeon, that he checked up and I have a third one. So I'm going to have to go into surgery here in about a month to rectify hopefully all three hernias. That has definitely been slowing me down quite a bit. We got Brian here that has been filling in for me on a bunch of stuff, a lot of the lifting, a lot of the heavy stuff that I'm struggling to do right now. So I can't thank him enough. Just kind of start with where we're at. We'll start with Brian's car up here on the lift, his GTR. He's getting closer all the time. You can see, learn how to use the camera backwards here. You can see his long block is kind of assembled, and he's doing the real pretty stuff using all new hardware everywhere, and it's looking really good, turning out really nice. Tranny's all assembled, got some springs in it. We did all new synchros and springs in this, so tranny should be refreshed. The next step is we're going to start making his manifold. I already started making the collector, which turned out very, very nice. I'm extremely happy about my welding on that, so props to me, I guess. I'm pretty excited about that. It's turning out really good. Spending more and more time welding. We can see his intercooler is over here, and we're making all that here. So nice big intercooler that fits the bumper really well. His car is just plucking away day by day whenever he gets a minute. You can see my car, we've got the motor out of it. So what we found on that was we actually started turning it up, got it up about 21 pounds, and noticed after looking at a few data logs that the oil pressure was dropping significantly, especially the longer the car was running, because as oil heats up, it becomes more fluid, thinner in a sense. So RBs are really well known for, they pump a lot of oil into the head and then they don't drain back really fast. So you essentially run the sump in the pan dry. Just kind of dropping oil pressure. So it wasn't worth, tearing up a good motor. So I went ahead and pulled it out. We started working on some stuff on Brian's car and mine as well for the oiling system. So kind of show you what we're doing here. I don't think I can turn this around, so I'll just show you this way. So you can see this is my oil pan. I can show you on Brian's. So these holes are normally really restricted. I don't know if that's showing up or not. But you drill these holes out. That allows oil to get back to the sump. And then did a Tomei baffle, which has like these little trap doors, which helps keep oil. It allows the oil to come in but not escape. So it helps keep oil in the sump as well. You can see the factory has a very kind of basic baffle in there, so nothing too crazy there. The heads, I can show you on Brian's now that it's out here. We'll go out here. So the heads come from the factory with a freeze plug right here. So you pull that freeze plug out, and Franklin Engineering is who we use. They make a fitting that you put in there, and it dumps like a -10 return that you set up into the pan, so you can drain oil back out of the head, especially under acceleration. The oil will naturally just want to run to the back and force itself back down into the pan. There's also a restrictor in the block, so you can restrict how much oil physically gets to the head. So taking the chance while mine's apart to have the block resurfaced, do new bearings, new rings. These come with like a composite head gasket because the surface on the iron block is pretty bad. So you can't really just throw on a multi-layer steel head gasket and expect it to last. So you resurface the head, resurface the top of the block, and then you can use a multi-layer steel head gasket and get a lot better life out of them. So that's another thing that I'm doing. I went ahead and took the time. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be deleting the ABS while it's all apart. Man, it's just when you see these things with no motors in them, there's just a lot going on kind of down and away. So try and clean up some, try and do some stuff, work on the fuel system. I looked at my clutch that was new when we put the car together with the new motor in it. The clutch looks brand new, and I've been beating on it pretty good the last probably 5-6 months. So yeah, we got that. So that's an update on my car and Brian's. We'll take you out here. We've got this R32 that this is the Nismo. I think we've shown it in 1 or 2 videos. This thing is just super cool. Man, it just looks like it came off the showroom floor almost. So really cool car. We're just doing a few things to this that's going to make it a little more peppy and make a little more power, but what we're doing is kind of our thing. So we should be able to maybe get a video up of this thing running. It's got Hull Tech in it right now, and it starts and runs really well. Pretty happy with that. So as far as some future projects, we've got an Evo that I have a part for it in here. Man, these things are tough to get your hands on, so that's beautiful. Set that back up there. Just put it there for now. So we got a crank for that. And then I don't know how many of you guys came to the shop and saw this room used to just be filled with parts and overflowing. Just went and bought a simple shelf, and it's crazy what a simple shelf can do to just organize what is going on. So it's like my shelf with all my stuff, and it's funny, we're finding that some of the best parts to use are still just like some of the old style JDM parts that are just, they work really well. This is some stuff for another car that's coming up that we're going to be doing some stuff on. Got some nice billet turbo action going on there. We got an Evo coming in for Hull Tech. This is the Evo. This is the doing head studs, Hull Tech, fuel pump, wideband. This is Brian's shelf. So he's got just a plethora of parts there. So, and then we've just been kind of getting both the cars ready for some catch can upgrades and stuff like that. Something we're really excited about, which I can show you back here. I'm sure you've seen in some of the other videos, this motor has been kind of around for a long time. It's been sitting here, and then we just finally got word from the owner that we kind of thought we had lost the project, as far as he thought he was gonna have to kind of scrap the project and move on with things in life, but apparently it's turned around, so he's decided to revive this project. So this is going to be very, very cool. This is a Benson sleeve 2.4 liter Ferrea, everything in the head, ITR cams, so I believe ITR, it's been a while. So this is going to be in an EM1 and a gangster lean setup. We got one of Derek's all-in fab oil pans that's just been sitting, so I'm actually really, really excited about that. We're going to get that thing up and running, and man, going to do a Garrett GTX 3582R, a Gen 2, and I don't see any reason why this car isn't going to make 700 to 800 horsepower. Is going to be kind of the streetable goal. It's going to be all in a Hull Tech Elite 1500, so we're going to have traction control and things like that. So look for some upcoming updates on that. We're going to be doing. Pretty excited about that. I'm actually really excited about that. I thought that was a lost project, and we've done a lot of research on what projects or what parts were going to work well on that car, and they've just been stowed away, so we're finally going to be able to get to use them. So yeah, back out here, I guess I walked right by it. We got the Miata back in for the finish tune. I'm going to switch over to a Hull Tech wideband. It's already got an Elite 1500 in it, and do Olin's coilovers and do some basic stuff. So this car should be, when it leaves here, should make probably 300 horsepower. Nothing too crazy, but in a real light Miata, it should be a lot of fun. And it's a really small Borg Warner EFR turbo, so it should light off pretty quick and make some noise. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Nothing too crazy, but I just got to say thank you to all the customers that are still bringing their cars in, given my kind of health situation. It's going to take me out for, probably 2 or 3 weeks, but Brian's going to be here and be helping me out. So we're not slowing down. We're going to keep doing our thing, but it's just gonna be a little hard on me, so gonna have to bear with me a little bit. And I can't thank you guys enough for sticking with me over the last few weeks dealing with the whole hernia thing. So it's been a struggle, but we're getting there, and we're gonna keep doing our thing and having fun. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. If you have anything you need done, give us a shout. Always willing to work on new stuff, as well as respond to messages on old stuff. So another thing real quick is, for whatever reason, there's kind of been a little rumor floating around Spokane that we're not doing Hondas anymore, that we're leaning away from that, and that's definitely not true. Those are my roots. I love working on Hondas. I just know Hondas are more of a do-it-yourself kind of crowd. No problem with that. So if you have Honda stuff you need done, fabrication, tuning, builds, anything like that, we're still knocking Hondas out. So don't be afraid to hit us up, get a quote, check on prices, check availability on time, schedule, whatever, and we'll get back to you. Still doing the Honda thing. So yeah, I think that's about all we got going on for now. So hit us up, and we'll keep you updated as we go along and try and keep you involved in the projects. And we got some fun stuff coming up. So all right, guys, have a good day.